Rich Tehrani here, coming to you from CTIA in Las Vegas. It's day 3 of the show. Thanks for watching. On our program today is Lori Sylvia, who is the EVP of Marketing at Red Ben Software. Lori, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Thanks for being on the program.
I'm glad to be here.
Please give us an update on your company. What are you up to?
Sure, yeah. Well, on Monday we announced our Q4 results, end-of-year results. So Red Ben Software is now shipping our mobile software management solutions in 680 million mobile devices across 520 different mobile device types. This puts us in the top 5% of mobile software shipments globally.
Wow.
So we make software products that we license to device manufacturers, mobile operators, and also platform providers that allows them to manage their software assets over the air on mobile devices.
That's awesome. Now, I know you're working with companies such as HTC, or you're working on devices such as HTC-based devices. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Well, we have business now with 8 of the top 10 mobile phone OEMs, as well as Tier 1 operators like NTT Docomo and also China Mobile. And one of the things that our customers use our software for is to deliver new features over the air to mobile consumers. So, today when a mobile consumer goes shopping for a mobile phone, more of them are increasingly looking for devices that can be updated over the air. And oftentimes when they're buying their phone, one of the first things that they're doing is they're checking to see if a new software update is available. So today I brought with me a mobile phone that's available in China. It's an Android-based device. So China Mobile launched their version of the Android platform called the O phone. And so this is an O phone, and our software is inside. Both our firmware over-the-air update software as well as our standards-based device management software. And so we can add a new feature over the air, not a mobile application, but a new feature that enhances the consumer's experience with this device. So I'll show you here, where they've got a very interesting user interface. The first thing I'll show you is the camera. If I hold down this button, and you can see here that actually there is no feature button listed here, and this is where digital zoom would go. Okay. So this is a digital camera as part of this phone, but it doesn't have digital zoom, and consumers want to have phones that have digital zoom. Sure. So we can actually perform a firmware update, and we'll go ahead and start that process now. And we'll go back, and here on the main menu, there's an icon here where the consumer can check to see if new software updates are available. Okay. So we'll go ahead and press that. Okay. And
so generally, you check now. Can you also tell the consumer and push out the information to the consumer, telling them there is an update? Is that another way of doing this?
Yeah. It depends on our customer. Some of them are sending text messages when a new software update is available. We've heard also where they give their consumers a shortcut, and they press a certain code, and then up comes a screen, and they can check to see if a new software update is available proactively. Most of our customers now are publishing on their websites that software updates are available, and it will tell the consumer what's new in the new version of the operating system, what new features are available, what performance improvements are available, as well as general maintenance fixes to the device.
And the consumers don't lose anything on the phone when they do this, when they do the updates, right?
No.
Everything's fine. It's just
this is one of the differences actually between the way we do software updating and other approaches. So in the old days, when a consumer had a problem with her mobile device, she would have to go to the retail store where she bought it. And they would take that device, and you'd say goodbye to it, and it might be gone for a week or 2 weeks, and they might give you a loaner in return. And then eventually the industry moved on where they could deliver software updates over a cable. Right. There are still some manufacturers that do that. They're obviously not using our software, but those companies are providing software updates. They're available on their website. The consumer goes in, they download, it transfers over the cable to their mobile phone. This is a very touchy process, because if for some reason the phone drops on the floor, you trip over the cable, you basically could brick the device. And there are some implementations of that where the consumer's contacts are wiped out, or personal
Sure.
things that they've stored on the
I've
device.
had that happen to me.
Yeah. So we don't do that. Actually, we have the ability to update the firmware to the new release without touching any of the consumer's personal data.
And so the goal is, I mean, really, you're reducing churn, you're keeping the customers happy, you're keeping them out of the stores, you're all the benefits that you really want to give your customers. And also, it sounds to me another benefit is that you can ship a device maybe a little bit earlier than you might have wanted to ship it for. Let's say you have to make a deadline like a trade show, like this one, and within a couple weeks you can put out the new updates and the new features. Let's say they're in testing and they just haven't been debugged fully.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's in the process now of downloading the new firmware version. This is one of the use cases that we've heard from our customers. There is such a pressure right now for time to market.
Sure.
Everybody has to get their new competitive device out in the market. And often what's happening in the reality is that maybe it's 90-something% ready to go, but it's good enough and they've got to make their launch date because of the holiday shopping season or whatever it might be. With our software inside the mobile device, the manufacturer can ship the device, the operator meets their launch date, and then within 1 or 2 months, they can offer a new firmware update over the air, and it brings the device up to 100%. At the same time, the consumer is getting new applications, new features, even new services.
And this is really a hyper-competitive time in terms of consumer devices. It's insane what's happening right now. You've got Android coming on strong in so many different form factors from so many different companies. At the same time, you've got Microsoft retooling. They're coming out with their Windows Phone 7 platform. You've got HP with the Slate, where they're coming out trying to take some of the buzz away from the iPad that's coming out from Apple. And it goes on and on and on and on. And this is going to be a year of just leapfrogging each other, trying to get the buzz ahead of the release, get the release out there as fast as you can, try to generate as many sales as you can around holidays, around trade shows, etc.
Yeah, and if I could just add to that, it's not just about mobile handsets, because our software can go in any kind of mobile device on any type of platform. Of those 520 different device models that are Redben enabled, about 10% of them now are not phones. So it's things like PC cards and USB modems and WiMAX modems and even netbooks and WiMAX enabled laptops. Intel, for example, is one of our customers. So, more and more operators want to be able to manage all devices in their network in a standards-based, in a unified way.
Sure.
No matter whether it's a feature phone, a smartphone, and a netbook, and Redben enables them to do that.
That's great. So is the new feature there?
Yep.
Can we check it
So
out?
here it is. We're going to turn on the camera, and here is the digital zoom capability.
Oh yeah, it's a new button. Wow.
That's right. So keep delighting your consumers with over-the-air software updates.
And that looks like a really quality zoom too. That's fantastic.
Great.
Well, what's next for the company?
Well, we originally started out by updating firmware over the air, which is basically a new version of the operating system of a mobile device, similar to when your PC pops up a window and tells you that you have a new update available. We moved into standards-based device management software. And more recently, we announced that we have the ability to update software components over the air and also mobile applications. So today, service provider, which might be a carrier, but it also might be a manufacturer, they want the ability to control services and applications on the device.
Sure.
And one of the things that we hear at this show and at other shows is all about app stores.
Right.
Consumers today have so many choices where they can buy applications. They can buy them from the operator's portal.
Sure.
They can buy them from the platform provider's portal. They can even buy them from sites on the internet. They can go to a retail location and they can buy memory cards that have preloaded apps. So one of the things that we're doing for our customers is giving them the ability to read the inventory on the device. So when I buy a device and I'm using it over 1 to 2 years, I'm personalizing that device. I'm downloading applications. Now the service provider can see how that phone is being personalized over time, and then they have insight into the consumer's preferences, and they can see what applications have been installed no matter where they came from. Once they have this information, then we give our customers the ability to package up applications that are branded by them or new services that are dependent on software, and then to roll those out over the air so they can bring their own control to managing mobile applications on devices.
Well, that's very exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for stopping by today on our program. It was wonderful to meet you.
Thank you. It was great to be here.